Hi my viewers and subscribers, welcome back to my kitchen. I'm Kishana. Welcome to the Hutchinson's kitchen. I hope you've been enjoying my videos so far. So today I'm just going to be whipping up something very simple, tasty just the same. So why don't you stick around? So what I just did was to add some meat tenderizer seasoning and some jerk season, salt and pepper to my chicken breast after washing them. And I want them to be marinated. So I'm just gonna place them on this piece of aluminum foil and wrap it really tight and place it in my refrigerator. That's it. So before, I had these chicken breast pieces being marinated overnight so I could get the perfect flavor. So now what I'm gonna do is to slice them down in strips because I want them in strips. Okay, so by the way, today we're gonna be doing chopped suey. So it's a bit of a vegetable and chicken addition with chicken breast addition. So you have a little bit of meat and a little bit of vegetable at the same time. So I'm just cutting these breasts into strips, as I said before. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is to have my little helper place them in the plate while I cut them. So okay, so this is what the strips looks like, ready to be fried. So I'm going to be adding a 1/3 cup of oil to my frying pan so I could fry my chicken breasts. Now I'm just gonna add some beaten garlic to the oil so I could add some flavor to my oil. So now that our oil is nice and hot and ready, I'm just going to be placing my chicken breast strips in it so I can have them fry. And you want to get these fried nice and crispy. Good. Okay, so now we're on to the next step of getting our pak chols cut, and this is also the major part of our chop suey. So first I'm going to be taking the ends off. I'm just removing all of the ends from my pak chol. Okay, so I'm just gonna take this knife and cut them down the sides because I want it to be easier for me to chop them. And my little helper is helping me today, so she doesn't want to leave. I'm just going to be placing that into my pan. Boom. Okay, so there's our chopped pak choy, and I'm about to wash it now. So I'm just going to be running some cold water, and I always use salt when I'm washing my veg. Okay, so I'm just going to give it a nice toss. I'm going to be draining this. And I'm just going to be repeating the process for another 2 or 3 times, just to make sure that it's really clean. So I've just turned my chicken breasts on the other side, and they're becoming really pretty golden brown, and that's exactly what I want. Okay, so my chicken breasts, my first batch, is all golden brown, and I'm just going to be removing them from the oil, placing them on a napkin to drain, and then I'm going to add more. Okay, so now I have some seasonings for my chop suey, and I'm going to be cutting them. So I'm going to be using about a half of a red bell pepper, or a quarter. You really don't need as much as a half. So I'm just going to use a quarter or 1/3. But if you need more, you can add more into yours. Okay? And I'm also using green bell pepper. I'm going to be slicing my green bell pepper, and I'm doing it into strips as well. So I'm also going to be cutting my medium tomato, and you want to use all of this tomato as well. I'm using about a half of a carrot, and I'm just going to be cutting some round. And then I'm going to be cutting the remainder into strips. Just for a different shape. Our natural seasoning ready for our chop suey. We have chopped onion, chopped carrot, chopped tomato, chopped green and red bell pepper. So now what I'm going to do is to just transfer them to my pak choy. So what I'm going to do is to just mix it, just tossing it together so that my seasoning can incorporate. And wow, I just love how that looks. So I'm going to be placing my pak choy and my seasoning into my pan. And to that, I'm just going to add a third more cup of oil. I'm also going to be adding some salt to taste, as well as some black pepper. Lastly, I'm going to be adding 1 tablespoon of butter. And I'm going to turn this down. It's already on low heat. And then I'm going to cover and allow it to steam. Okay, so checking on my chop suey, it's started to dwindle down, and that's exactly what I want.
After the breakup, she says one time she went to sleep and about midnight she felt a presence, and when she opened her eyes, Nick was standing over her bed.
She tells the story that Nick came into her apartment at night.
Okay, so here are my fried chicken strips, and I'm just going to be cutting them somewhat. And the reason why I didn't cut these smaller before I fry them, I didn't want it to shrink. I didn't want it to shrink too much, because chicken breast has a way of shrinking if you cut it too small. So this is what our chopped chicken breast looks like. And what I'm going to be doing is to just put these in my chop suey. And I love the way how this looks really colorful. Oh my gosh. I'm just going to be adding some more salt. So I'm just going to be adding like 1 teaspoon of jerk seasoning to that as well. I just love how this looks already. And I'm just tossing that so everything can be incorporated. You see, one thing I enjoy doing when I'm cooking is to have very colorful dishes, and that just excites me. So once I've done that, I just recovered, and I'm just going to allow everything to come together nicely again before I'm completely done with the chop suey. There's the outcome of our chop suey, adequately seasoned. Bon appetit! And in case you're just joining, I just whipped up some chop suey with chicken breast and pak choy. So you can do this up quickly in a jiffy. Takes about half hour or less tops, and go right ahead and enjoy. Thank you for watching, guys. Until next time, join me in the Hutchinson's kitchen to see what I'm up to next. Bye.